I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video. You guys seem to be really enjoying these. If you do, go on to enjoy it. Remember to hit the like button. Of course, subscribe to the channel. I am trying my hardest to create as much content as possible and to get to 100,000 subscribers before I die. So that would be amazing if you guys could help me out on that goal. Up first, we're going to go with a classic Manuel Neuer. He's made 60 saves this season. He's kept 10 clean sheets, 1 saved penalty. He saved 37 shots inside the box, and he's got an average match rating of 6.94, which isn't particularly good, to be honest. But, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not as good as the other two goalkeepers. Next up is Lucas Radecki, who has 76 saves. Not quite as good as our next player, but still is much better than Manuel Neuer. 8 clean sheets, not quite as good as Neuer. Hasn't saved any penalties this season. In fact, I don't even think he's faced one. And, of course, he's got an average match rating of 7.01. He's got 51 saves inside the area, as opposed to Manuel Neuer, who has 37. So, he, in my opinion, has had a better season. And, of course, finally, Jan Sommer, 91 saves, which is head and shoulders above anyone. That's 31 more saves than Manuel Neuer. Only the 5 clean sheets to speak of, though. He has saved a penalty, 63 saves from inside the area, which is more than any of the other goalkeepers, and an average match rating of 7.05, which is higher than the other two goalkeepers as well. So before anybody says Jan Sommer doesn't deserve to be there, based on stats and stats alone, yes, he does. Moving on to the defenders. Up first, the player with the most tackles in the league this season is going to be Kingsley Ezube? I have no idea. Ewezube? I don't know how to say his name. Let's just go with Ewezube. Sounds good to me. 71 tackles is head and shoulders, like almost 30 more than any other player that we have in our list, which is massive. Moving on to Diedrich Boyata. This is somewhat a flashback. I don't anticipate him being... Well, he might be. Maybe they will give him a flashback. Who knows? But he's only made 20 tackles this season. However, he has the most clearances with 120, which again... I mean, that's nearly 40 more than the nearest player, which is actually our next player. Nico Elvedi, I believe this guy has a League SBC card, correct me if I'm wrong. 41 tackles, 58 interceptions, 83 clearances, which is the second highest on the list. But as I said, he's nowhere near the 120 of Diedrich Boyata. 13 block shots, which is nearly half of what Boyata has, but double what our next player has. Filip Kostic. I've got him in midfielders and I have him in defenders. I have absolutely no idea where this guy plays anymore. He was a left back, then he was kind of a left wing back, then he was like a left mid, and now he's like a left wing, and now he's back to a left. I don't know. He's just somewhere on the left, right? But either way, 45 tackles, 17 interceptions, 8 clearances, average match rating of 7.43. He also has created 13 big chances, which is the third highest in all of the midfielders. He's got 8 assists, which is again is the third highest. Accurate passes 436, which is actually not that great, to be fair. What else can we say about him? 61 key passes, second highest in the league, and then 7.43 average match rating. We may have already said that, but all in all, 12 goal contributions. Just mammoth of a player. Deserves to be there wherever position that they decide to give him. Sven Bender, 46 tackles, 55 interceptions, 70 clearances. I don't know his goal contributions because I didn't write that down. Apparently I don't care enough. But hey, average match rating of 7 exactly. Hakimi, right? Again, much like Kostic, I don't know where they're going to put him. Are they going to give him a sort of a right mid, right wing cut? Are they going to give him a left back? Are they giving? I don't know. I really don't know where they're going to place him. He's played a little bit of everything this season, Hakimi, to be fair. 44 tackles completed, or successful tackles completed, I should say. 24 interceptions, 15 clearances, average match rating of 7.06, and from defence, mainly, kind of, 13 goal contributions. Philip Max of Augsburg, of course, 28 tackles, 18 interceptions, 32 clearances, average match rating of 7.11, which is respectable, and 12 goal contributions. Very, very good for a team that aren't necessarily setting the world alight, and he doesn't play for one of the big boys, you know, one of the top 6. Moving on to one of the top 6, and that is going to be Christopher Nkunku. this kid, and I literally say kid because he's that young, is going to be one of France's top players in a couple of seasons. He's such a good player to watch. He's exciting to watch. So he's created 11 big chances this season. He's got 12 assists. He's got 455 accurate passes with an 86% pass accuracy rate, 67 key passes, most in the league, and an average match rating of 7.34. Next up is going to be Maximilian Arnold of Wolfsburg. 5 big chances created, 5 assists, 788 accurate passes, which is not bad. I mean, it's not quite as good as our next player, but it's pretty good. Now, next up is Joshua Kimmich. Is he a midfielder? Is he a fullback? Is he a goalkeeper? I just don't know where he plays anymore. He's a bit of everything. He plays more sort of midfield. Has played more in midfield this season, but he will go to right back if Bayern need him to, right? So it's kind of up to EA where they want to put him. I would put him in the midfield if I were them, but you know, it is what it is. Serge Gnabry, is he a midfielder? Is he a forward? I don't know. Doesn't matter because he's going to get a team of the season regardless of which position he's played in. Tell you what, Bundesliga is really difficult to guess the positions, you know, because he could be a left wing, he could be a left mid, I just don't know, right? But 21 or right, I don't know what position I've given him, to be fair. Again, all these players, they just interchange because they've got, like, Bayern have got so many different players for so many different positions. They can all play everywhere. And sometimes, apart from Lewandowski and Neuer, everyone else switches. So I just don't know, right? Anyway, now a player that I wouldn't necessarily be putting in here, but I'm going to put him in because he's a big name and I know EA will do this. Kai Havertz of Bayer Leverkusen. 15 big chances created, 5 assists, which is second lowest on the list, just behind, just in front of, I should say, Joshua Kimmich. 902 accurate passes, which is the second highest from our players selected here. 87% pass accuracy, which is still very good. 51 key passes, which again is very good. 7 match rating, which is the lowest of all the midfielders I've selected, and he does have 6 goals to his name as well. So, I mean, it's not bad reading, to be fair, but I probably wouldn't include him, to be honest, if I was picking the whole thing. And finally, Marcel Sabitzer with 5 big chances created. That is the lowest of everyone we've listed so far. 5 assists, 807 accurate passes, so not quite as good as Havertz, but still not bad. 75% accuracy, though, on those passes, which is not great at all. Again, that is the second lowest on the list behind Kostic, or in front of Kostic. Up first in the attackers, I think it's pretty obvious, really. We're going to go with Robert Lewandowski. I'm not going to put the big names last. I'm just going to go with the obvious ones first. Robert Lewandowski, 25 goals. I think that's the second highest goal tally in Europe, behind Ciro Immobile. 22 big chances missed this season, which is more than any other player in the league, but we'll let him off because he does have 25 goals. Timo Werner, 21 goals. Will he still be in the Bundesliga next season? Who knows? You'll have to let me know what you think of that in the comments. 15 big chances missed, which is 7 lower than Lewandowski. 46 successful dribbles, 74 shots in total, 28% goal conversion, which is only 1% higher than Lewan, of course, and then 7.55 match rating with 7 assists, so much better than Lewandowski. Now, up next, Jadon Sancho. Is he a striker? No. Is he a forward? Maybe. I don't know. 14 goals, which is very impressive if we are debating whether he's actually a midfielder or a forward. He's got 5 big chances missed, which is not that many at all. 59 successful dribbles, 39 total shots, 35.9% goal conversion, which is higher than the Premier League's top goal scorer, Jamie Vardy, which is very impressive stuff. And I say higher, it's actually on par because they're both about 36%, so I'll let him off. And then 7.68 average match rating, which is higher than any other forward from our list. And he's got 15 assists as well. Up next, a bit of a controversial one. It's kind of like Bruno Fernandes to a degree, but this guy has actually hit the ground. I'm not saying Bruno Fernandes hasn't hit the ground running, because he has. But Erling Braut Haaland has just obliterated the league, and he's got the highest goal conversion rate in the league, in fact in Europe. But he does have a very small sample size of games, so we can't really take it as gospel, and we have to just sprinkle a little bit of salt on it, because we can't really, let's go through the stats. 9 goals, which isn't that good, but he hasn't played that many games, so actually it is quite good, right? He's got 3 big chances missed, which is a shame. 7 successful dribbles, which is pathetic compared to everybody else. But again, he hasn't played that many games, so we can't really take that into consideration. He's only had 15 shots in the Bundesliga this season, but he scored 9 goals. Florian NIEDERLECHNER, no idea how to say that guy's name, 11 goals, 13 big chances missed. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but it's just on my list. 25 successful dribbles, 54 total shots, 20% goal conversion, which is the worst on the list, and that is actually very, very bad. But I've seen players with worse conversion goal percentages be included in Team of the Season, so we can only really read so much into that. And he's got 6 assists as well. Our final player is Sebastian Andersson. Now, he plays for Union Berlin, and in the first half of the season, or the first half of the season that before it was cancelled or delayed, he was doing so well. The second I invested into him on the Football Index, he stopped scoring goals. But his first half of the season was actually very good. So he's got 11 goals. He's got 20 successful dribbles, 44 shots, 25% goal conversion rate, which is better than our previous player, of course. Now, we're going to get into a few of the honourable mentions and quite possibly going to be included at somewhere during this Team of the Season. Christopher TRIMMEL up next. 19 successful dribbles, no goals unfortunately, but he is a defender, so what do you expect? 7 assists, which is quite nice, 48 tackles, which is pretty damn decent. Average match rating of 7.34, so definitely deserves to be there. Will he be included? Probably not, because he's not a quote-unquote big name. Rafael Guerreiro, now he has only really started playing well toward the back end of what we had of the season, right? 5 goals, 29 successful dribbles, 32 tackles, because he is technically speaking a left back, and then of course 2 assists, 88% pass accuracy, which is really good, and a 7.24 average match rating. Rashica up next. Now this is my tip for the League SBC. I think he will be included in that for sure. 7 goals, 43 successful dribbles, 16 tackles, 4 assists, and a match rating of 7.19. UPAMECANO, he has a player moments card this season, but that means absolutely nothing to EA. They could still give him a Team of the Season. 45 successful tackles this season with an 88% pass accuracy, and then a 7.26 match rating is still quite impressive. So yeah, speaking of defenders, this is one of those players very much like Kostic who can play anywhere on the left and does, and his name is Alphonso Davies. Now, will they play him, or will they give him a left back or a left mid or a left wing? I don't know. However, he has done really well for Bayern this season, considering not many people thought that he would be playing as many games as he has done this season, and definitely in the position that he's been playing in, which has mainly been left back. I think he's done a really good job. Christian Gunter up next, 7 goal contributions, average match rating of 7.02 as a left back. Again, very much like Sebastian Andersson of Union Berlin, he had a very good first half of the season, and then kind of dropped off a little bit in terms of his output for like goal contributions and such, which is a bit of a shame, but I think he's still done well enough to be mentioned. Axel Witsel, he has a Footmas card, so he's almost guaranteed to get himself a Team of the Season, because EA love to give Footmas cards and then give another special item somewhere along the way. 7 big chances created, 4 assists, 1,344 accurate passes, very, very good. But listen to this, 94% pass accuracy. That's incredible. Robin Quaison? I've no idea. I know he's Swedish. That's all you're going to get from me. 12 goals, 8 big chances missed, which is actually not that many when you consider the other attackers we've mentioned. 32 successful dribbles, 44 total shots, 27% goal conversion, which is as high as Robert Lewandowski. So, read into that what you will. And finally, could we see a flashback Marco Reus? 11 goals. He's only missed 7 big chances. He has got 26 successful dribbles, 39 total shots, goal conversion of 28%, which is on par with Timo Werner, and an average match rating of 7.31 with 5 assists. Could definitely see that flashback thing where we go from like an 80, I don't know, like a 90 or a 92, like the basic flashback and then the premium. Could definitely see that happening with Marco Reus, and I could see that with Axel Witsel actually as well. So we'll have to wait and see. What do you think of my list? I've gone on stats and stats alone. for most of it, and then I've picked up maybe a few players who don't necessarily deserve to be there but are worth the mention because EA will do EA things. If you have enjoyed this video, do me a favour and hit that like button, as I said at the beginning. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.